NSCN-IM lashes out at veteran politician Dr. S.C. Jamir for allegedly campaigning for the new version of a 16-points framework agreement. Calling Jamir a political criminal, the outfit states Jamir misrepresented political meaning of every single word of the framework agreement to suit his own political propaganda. United Naga Council slams Government of India over selective lifting of AFSPA in Manipur and demands total repealment of the controversial law. UNC raises questions on Union government's intentions over selective lifting of disturbed area status under AFSPA from only valley areas. Examination for VFA written entrance test slated to be held on April 23, 2022 at Government Higher Secondary School, Nltv. Directorate of Animal Husbandry and Veterinary Service notifies eligible candidates to collect admit card from the office of the principal VFATI Nltv. Delhi Chief Minister and Aam Aadmi Party National Convener Arvind Kejriwal along with his party counterpart Bhagwant Mann holds roadshow in Himachal Pradesh Monday, months before the assembly election in the hilly state. India's first case of new COVID-19 variant XE detected in Mumbai. The variant is a mutation of the BA.1 and BA.2 Omicron strains, which was recently traced in UK. Hello and good evening, viewers. You are watching English Primetime News. This is Imchen. We will now look at the details. The NSCN in a press statement accused Dr. S.C. Jamir of misrepresenting the political meaning of the framework agreement to suit his own political propaganda and exposed him as a political criminal. NSCN-IM state that it was constrained to expose Jamir's intentions following attempt to campaign for the new version of the 16-point agreement during his recent meeting with Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi. NSCN accused S.C. Jamir for trying to finish the NSCN by employing every available means at his disposal by stating that Jamir, during his chief ministerial rule, raised forces like Nagaland Youth Front, 9th Brigade and 6th Brigade to go all out against NSCN. NSCN further blamed Jamir for the delay in the Indo-Naga political agreement as Jamir published a book, Bedrock of Naga Society, where he stated that the 16 points agreement is the alpha and omega for the Indo-Naga political agreement. Burdened with this turnout, the government of India was thrown into an uneasy position and consequently the Indo-Naga talk was unjustly delayed. NSCN further stated that Jamir visited Delhi recently to knock at the door of the Prime Minister Narendra Modi to give strong hints to sign the Naga solution based on agreed position which favor his political dream. NSCN stated that Jamir does not foresee that it will invite another era of bloodshed and left the choice for Prime Minister Modi to decide as to choose Jamir's side or the permanent peaceful settlement of the Naga issue. The United Naga Council has slammed the government over selective lifting of AFSPA in Manipur and has demanded complete of the law. The UNC in a statement on Tuesday has questioned the government's intentions over selective lifting of disturbed area status under AFSPA only from valley areas. The council further stated that selective lifting of AFSPA in Manipur is a deceptive move to show that it is doing something good and that no substantial change in military mobilization can be seen from such move and has no relevance to the affected people. Furthermore, the UNC has demanded for complete repeal of AFSPA instead of selected lifting of the law, as such archaic law has its root from the colonial period and is not needed in the modern democracy. The state Bharatiya Janata Party unit on Wednesday celebrated the 42nd foundation day of the party under the theme Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas, Sabka Prayas, Sabka Vishwas at New Market in Dimapur. Notably, the BJP youth wing of Nagaland organized the program under the leadership of Vice President Benjamin Yeptomi. Furthermore, Yeptomi, while addressing the gathering, congratulated the party workers and further cited how the party first started and how it has become one of the largest political parties in the nation. It is to be mentioned that General Secretary of Nagaland and Manipur, Abhay Giri, and various other leaders attended the celebration.
Today, 6th of April, marks the foundation day of the Bharatiya Janata Party, 42nd foundation day to be precise. And on this glorious occasion, today we are having a program here in New Market among our Karyakartas of the Bharatiya Janata Party, which has been participated by our State General Secretary Organization of Nagaland and Manipur, Shri Abhay Giriji. Along with him, the whole team of the state under the leadership of our State Vice President Shri Benjamin Yeptomi ji has organized this program, and we have been observing a lot of programs today across all the mandals and district offices of BJP by hosting our party flag and carrying out various other activities. And on similar lines, we are organizing this program here, and this program was addressed by our Honorable Prime Minister, who has addressed all the BJP workers across the country in 10,50,000 booths of this country.
I would like to congratulate all the party Karyakartas on the glorious occasion of the 42nd Sapna Diwas of the Bharatiya Janata Party. The journey of BJP goes back to the days of Jansang in 1951, when Dr. Shyama Prasad Mukherjee founded it. We remember our leaders like Dr. Shyama Prasad Mukherjee, Pandit Din Dayal Upadhyay ji, Atal Bihari Vajpayee ji, who has sacrificed their life for the unity and integrity of a great nation, Bharat. Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas, Sabka Vishwas, Sabka Prayas is a mantra of the Bharatiya Janata Party. And it is also the mantra of Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji.
Today,
the examination for VFA written entrance test is scheduled to be held on April 23, 2022 at Government Higher Secondary School, Metsivima from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Notably, the Directorate of Animal Husbandry and Veterinary Services notified that the eligible candidates who applied for the examinations are asked to collect the admit card from the office of the principal, VFATI, Metsivima, during the office working hours from 28 April to 22nd April 2022. Deputy Chief Minister Yangthong Patton and Minister of Ports, Shipping and Waterways, Minister of Ayush, Sarbananta Sonowal on Wednesday held meetings at Delhi in regards to Ayush Hospital in Chikutong, Wokha. Furthermore, Patton, taking down to Twitter, extended his gratitude to Ayush Minister for assuring the hospital and mentioned that his vision and commitment for Northeast and the country are truly inspiring, and meeting him has always been a pleasure. The Hands Foundation on Monday donated 9 mobile medical units to Mon District in a function held at Council Hall in Mon District. Notably, the MMUS are all Terrain 4x4 customized ambulances aimed at reaching at all the villages in Mon District to provide basic primary health care, generic medicines and laboratory services in the rural setup at a subsidized rate. It is to be mentioned that out of the 9 MMUS, 4 will be stationed at Mon headquarters 2 at Tizit, 2 at Aboy and 1 at Tobu, and will visit all the villages in the district once a month. It is also to be mentioned that the MMUS will be officially flagged off by the Chief Minister Nipirio on Wednesday. The Union Minister of Road, Transport and Highways, Nitin Gadkari, has informed that the construction of Dimapur bypass in Nagaland, connecting National Highway 36 and 29, will be completed soon. The minister took down to Twitter on April 5 and updated that the completion of the bypass is expected to give relief to the heavily congested Dimapur. Notably, the 35-kilometer bypass is a greenfield alignment which will connect National Highway 36 and National Highway 39, avoiding the heavily congested Dimapur town. Two-day Pugoputo Interdepartmental Sports Meet is scheduled to be held on April 7 and 8 at local ground Pugoputo. Notably, MLA Y. VK Hosu is set to grace the meet as a special guest. Furthermore, all government employees have been directed to participate and attendance is set to be mandatory. On the occasion of Pom Monyo Festival, urged the people to promote and preserve of the community's high culture and heritage by documenting it. He stated that many hornbill festivals and tribal festivals were organized in districts to preserve the rich traditions of the people. Rio also requested the Nagas to preserve the unique culture and traditional attires by sticking to the original form and avoid imitating others to attract tourists. Rio also urged black topping of Longlang town roads and asked the executive engineer R&B of Longlang to come up with a detailed estimate of the project to be initiated. The Nagaland State Transport Service at Chesore was flagged off on Tuesday by advisor IPR and village guards as Kyoshu Yimkyung. During the flag-off ceremony, the advisor thanked the government under the leadership of Chief Minister Nipirio and Paiwang Minister Transport for making the dream come true for the people of Chesore subdivision. Furthermore, it is to be mentioned that the program was led by SDOC Longni Konyak, while Tokimong Pastor, Town Baptist Church, Chesore pronounced the bus dedicatory prayer. Meghalaya Chief Minister Conrad Sangma has received bomb threat mails from new terror outfit Lawiba Painari on Wednesday. Notably, Meghalaya police are probing the email sent to Chief Minister to the group in a letter sent via email to Meghalaya Chief Minister Conrad Sangma has threatened to carry out a series of bomb attacks every single week starting 1st May 2022, targeting educational institutions. According to reports, the group said that the threats are a protest against high unemployment rate in the state. It may be mentioned that the group Lawiba Painai has identified itself as a terror outfit formed by 37 qualified and talented jobless youths. Moreover, in the letter, the Lawiba Painai group also mentioned their targets. The Assam Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sarma on Tuesday attended a Deputy Commissioner conference held at Assam Administrative Staff College, Guwahati, and directed District Deputy Commissioners to build an emotional connection between the district administration and the people. He also asked the Deputy Commissioners of all districts to make extensive field visits to understand the problems faced by the people in their respective areas. In the conference meeting, progress of GOS schemes like Mission Basudhara, Jal Jeevan Mission, Assam Mala, Arohan provision of caste certificate for class 10, class 9 and 10 students, flood preparedness were reviewed. A moderate intensity bomb blast rocked the capital city of Manipur, Imphal, in the wee hours of Wednesday. The bomb blast was reported from Achan Bingi, Mayai, Likhai area in Imphal, East Dimapur district of Manipur. The blast took place outside the gate of residence of Adhyaksha of Imphal East Zilla Parishad. The bomb reportedly went off around 3 in the morning of Wednesday. No casualty or injury to any person has been reported in the bomb blast. Meanwhile, police have launched an investigation into the case. Manipur Congress has slammed the BJP-led state government over lifting of AFSPA only from the valley areas of the state. The Manipur Congress Working President K. Deva Bhatta said that the state government contradicted its claim of improved laws and order situation in state by retaining disturbed area tech in areas in hill districts of the state. It may be mentioned that earlier, the United Naga Council also questioned the government's intentions over selective lifting of AFSPA in Manipur. Delhi Chief Minister and Aam Aadmi Party National Convener Arvind Kejriwal, along with his Punjab counterpart Bhagwant Mann, held a roadshow in Himachal Pradesh Mandi, months before the assembly elections in the state. Furthermore, addressing the crowd, Kejriwal vowed to end corruption in the hill state. He further said, "We are command people. We don't know how to do politics. Instead, we know how to work for people, build colleges and end corruption." Furthermore, the AAP during the rally announced to contest Sima municipal corporation elections. It is to be mentioned that Punjab Chief Minister Bhagwant Mann also accompanied Kejriwal during the rally.
हम लोग बहुत मामूली लोग हैं, आप ही की तरह हैं, आम आदमी हैं। हमें राजनीति करनी नहीं आती, ये हमारी सबसे बड़ी कमजोरी है। हमें काम करना आता है, हमें देशभक्ति करनी आती है, हमें भ्रष्टाचार दूर करना आता है। दिल्ली से पहले खत्म करा भ्रष्टाचार। और अब मैं बहुत बड़ी बात बोल रहा हूं, 20 दिन में भगवंत मान जी को 20 दिन हुए मुख्यमंत्री बने हुए। 20 दिन में भाई साहब पंजाब से भ्रष्टाचार खत्म हो गया, कम नहीं हुआ, खत्म हो गया। आपको यकीन नहीं होगा ना, आपके यार दोस्त रिश्तेदार पंजाब में रहते होंगे, उनको फोन करके पूछना, किसी थाने में चले जाओ पंजाब में, किसी रजिस्ट्रार तहसीलदार के किसी दफ्तर में चले जाओ काम कराने, किसी की हिम्मत नहीं है पैसे मांगने की। अब क्यों? अगर हमने 20 दिन में भ्रष्टाचार खत्म कर दिया, 75 साल में इन्होंने क्यों नहीं किया? क्योंकि हमारी नीयत साफ है, हम ईमानदार आदमी हैं, कट्टर लोग, कट्टर ईमानदार हैं हम लोग। पहले पैसा नीचे से ऊपर जाता था मुख्यमंत्री तक, अब ईमानदार मुख्यमंत्री आ गया, पैसा चलना बंद हो गया। जो पैसा खाएगा सीधा जेल जाएगा। पहले दिल्ली में भ्रष्टाचार खत्म करा, फिर पंजाब में भ्रष्टाचार खत्म करा, अब यह करना है नहीं करना, पक्की बात। दोस्तों, मेरे को राजनीति करनी नहीं आती, मेरे को स्कूल बनाने आते हैं। दिल्ली में आपके यार दोस्त रिश्तेदार रहते होंगे, दिल्ली फोन करके पूछ लेना, सरकारी स्कूल शानदार कर दिए और प्राइवेट स्कूल वालों को ठीक कर दिया। प्राइवेट स्कूल वाले फीस नहीं बढ़ाते दिल्ली के अंदर। स्कूल ठीक करने आते हैं, अस्पताल बनाने आते हैं, बिजली ठीक करनी आती है, पानी ठीक करना आता है। क्यों? हमारी नीयत साफ है, हम ईमानदार लोग हैं, हम देशभक्त लोग हैं। हम
India's first case of new COVID-19 variant XE detected in Mumbai. The new variant detected is the subvariant of Omicron. The variant is a mutation of the BA.1 and BA.2 Omicron strains, which was recently traced in UK. The WHO has issued a warning against the XE variant of Omicron that may be more transmissible than any other COVID-19 strain. Reportedly, XE is of mild variant but spreads very fast. With several festivals lined up between April 9 and May 29, it is likely that the railway stations will witness an extra rush of passengers during the festive season. In hopes to reduce the rush, Northeast Frontier Railway is set to run a bi-weekly superfast summer special train between Guwahati and Kolkata. The train, as stated by NFR, will serve a total of 15 trips via Golpara, New Bogaigaon, New Jalpaiguri, Madaldaun and Nawatwip Dam railway station to reach Kolkata. This special train will operate every Wednesday and Saturday from April 9 till May 28. The summer special train will run via similar routes in a reserved direction to reach Guwahati railway station from Kolkata. The train from Kolkata will begin operation from April 10 till May 29. These trains will consist of 15 coaches. There will be 5 AC 3-tier coaches, 3 sleeper class coaches, only 1 AC first class cum AC 2-tier sleeper coach and 1 general second class coach apart from 2 SLR coaches. The Supreme Court has turned down a petition filed by a group of doctors seeking extension of the deadline for internship completion beyond July 31 for NEET PG in view of time lost due to COVID. Notably, a bench led by Justice D.Y. Chandrachud said any further extension would disrupt the academic schedule. The court also did not agree with an alternative proposal made by the students, represented by senior advocate Gopal Sankaranaraya, to include their COVID duties in the internship program. Furthermore, Sankaranarayan said it was sad to see that the students who had answered the call of the Prime Minister to fight the COVID battle have to now lose a year. On the occasion of BJP's 42nd Foundation Day, Prime Minister Narendra Modi addressed two types of politics working in the country. One of love for family, other of love for nation. He stated that there exist some political parties that only work for the welfare of and interests of their respective families. These parties might be in different states but are all linked through dynasty. He further accused that such practices by parties have led to harming the country for decades and halted the youth's growth and have been betraying them often. However, Prime Minister Modi claimed that BJP is the only party that is making the country aware of such challenges whilst warning about it.
कुछ समय पहले ही देश ने $400 बिलियन यानी 30 लाख करोड़ रुपए से भी ज्यादा के उत्पादों के एक्सपोर्ट का टारगेट पूरा किया है। कोरोना के इस समय में इतना बड़ा लक्ष्य हासिल करना भारत के सामर्थ्य को दिखाता है। कुछ सप्ताह पहले 4 राज्यों में भाजपा की डबल इंजन की सरकारें वापस लौटी है। 3 दशकों के बाद राज्यसभा में किसी पार्टी के सदस्यों की संख्या 100 तक पहुंची है। यानी
On the occasion of BJP's 42nd Foundation Day, Prime Minister Narendra Modi said that the nation's interest is of paramount importance in the functioning of the government. Modi, while addressing the BJP party workers, said that the country has policy, intent and decisiveness. He said, today the government not only set goals but also achieves them. He also said that the country has recently achieved the highest ever goods exports of $400 billion. Furthermore, Modi said BJP's double-engine government came to power once again in 4 states. He said after 3 decades, a party has touched the mark of 100 members in Rajya Sabha. Meanwhile, BJP Nation President JP Nadda today hoisted the party flag at party headquarters in Delhi on the 42nd Foundation Day of Bharatiya Janata Party. He also paid tributes to Dr. Swayama Prasad Mukherjee and Pandit Din Dayal Upadhyaya. Meanwhile, on the occasion also, Nadda inaugurated a blood donation camp at the party headquarters.
कुछ समय पहले ही देश ने $400 बिलियन यानी 30 लाख करोड़ रुपए से भी ज्यादा के उत्पादों के एक्सपोर्ट का टारगेट पूरा किया है। भारत के सामर्थ्य को दिखाता है। कुछ सप्ताह पहले 4 राज्यों में भाजपा की डबल इंजन की सरकारें वापस लौटी है। 3 दशकों के बाद राज्यसभा में किसी पार्टी के सदस्यों की संख्या 100 तक पहुंची है। यानी वैश्विक दृष्टिकोण से देखें या राष्ट्रीय दृष्टिकोण से देखें, भाजपा का दायित्व, भाजपा के प्रत्येक कार्यकर्ता का दायित्व लगातार बढ़ रहा है। साथियों, हमारे देश में दशकों तक कुछ राजनीतिक दलों ने सिर्फ वोट बैंक की राजनीति की। कुछ लोगों को ही वायदे करो, ज्यादातर लोगों को तरसा कर रखो। भेदभाव, भ्रष्टाचार, ये सब वोट बैंक की राजनीति का साइड इफेक्ट था। लेकिन भाजपा ने इस वोट बैंक की राजनीति को ना सिर्फ टक्कर दी है, बल्कि इसके नुकसान देशवासियों को समझाने में भी सफल रही है। कुछ समय पहले ही देश ने 4
BJP leader Amit Shah on Wednesday extended greetings to party workers on BJP's 42nd Foundation Day. He tweeted that under Prime Minister Narendra Modi's leadership, BJP has become a means of fulfilling the aspirations of crores of poor, farmers, downtrodden and women of the country who have been deprived for 7 decades. He further stated that BJP's journey has been about national service, upliftment and reconstruction. India witnesses the 14th revision in the fuel price in the 16 states. 16 days with petrol and diesel rates have gone up by 80 paise each on Wednesday. Petrol in the national capital crossed the ₹105 mark on Wednesday, whereas in Mumbai it has surpassed ₹120. With the latest hike in prices, petrol now costs ₹105.41 per litre in Delhi, whereas diesel is priced at ₹96.67 per litre. In Mumbai, petrol cost ₹120.51 per litre after an increase of 84 paise, and diesel is selling at ₹104.77 a litre, increased by 85 paise. It is to be mentioned that the prices are set to be raised further given the sharp jump in crude oil prices in the international markets.
महंगा हो रहा है, अब ये तो समझ में नहीं आ रहा ऐसा क्यों हो रहा है। मामूली से मामूली आदमी भी परेशान है, बड़े से बड़ा आदमी भी परेशान है। हमने वो ज़माना देखा हुआ है जब 4 आने का 1 लीटर पेट्रोल आता था, वो ज़माना भी देखा है हमने। अब जो ज़माना आ गया है 108, 110, 112 का, तो लेने वाले को तकलीफ तो होती ही होती। कहाँ से लाएगा पैसे? छापने की ज़मीन तो है ही नहीं। कितना कमाएगा, कितना करेगा? अब आजकल ये हो रहा है, हम 4 आने खा रहे हैं, 12 आने पेट्रोल में जा रहा है हमारे पास। इतना महंगा ज़माना कितना चलेगा पता नहीं चलेगा। अब महंगा हो रहा है, अब ये तो समझ में नहीं आ रहा ऐसा क्यों हो रहा है। मामूली से मामूली आदमी भी परेशान है, बड़े से बड़ा आदमी भी परेशान है। हमने
The Ministry of Ayush is all set to organize a grant program for the demonstration of the Command Yoga Protocol on the occasion of World Health Day at Red Fort on Thursday. According to the Ministry of Ayush, the program will be held between 6:30 a.m. to 8 a.m. on the backdrop of 15th August Park in Delhi Fort. Meanwhile, Lok Sabha Speaker Om Birla is expected to be the chief guest of the program. It is also to be mentioned that the event will be graced by the presence of several union ministers, members of the parliament, ambassadors of various countries stationed in Delhi, prominent sports persons and yoga gurus. External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar on Wednesday briefed the Lok Sabha on the Bukha mass grave incident and condemned the incident. The EAM said that the country was deeply disturbed by the reports and called for an independent investigation into the case. Jaishankar further stated that India is strongly against the escalating conflicts in Ukraine. Responding to the questions regarding India's stand, Jaishankar said that no solution can be arrived at by shedding blood and at the cost of innocent lives. The foreign minister also pointed out that only dialogue and diplomacy are the right answers to any disputes. Speaking further, Jaishankar said that the conflict has had significant consequences for the global economy and for the national economy as well. The minister further added that Prime Minister Narendra Modi has spoken to both the countries in this regard. It may be mentioned that during the debate, the opposition leaders talked of the relevance of principles of non-alignment in the complex geopolitical situation created by Ukraine-Russia crisis. As the debt-heavy economy has led to shortages of food, fuel and medicines and prolonged power cuts, Sri Lanka is facing its worst economic crisis in decades. Protests against Sri Lankan President Gotabaya Jayaprakas's handling of a deepening economic crisis in the island nation continued to rage. In another setback for the administration, Finance Minister Ali Sabri resigned a day after his appointment and ahead of crucial talks scheduled with the International Monetary Fund for a loan program. The severe shortage of foreign currency has left Jayaprakas's government unable to pay for essential imports, including fuel, leading to debilitating power cuts lasting up to 13 hours. According to a Reuters report, ordinary Sri Lankans are also dealing with shortages and soaring inflation after the country steeply devalued its currency last month ahead of the talks with the International Monetary Fund for a loan program. According to reports, the current crisis was accelerated by deep tax cuts promised by Jayapraksa during a 2019 election campaign that were enacted months before the COVID-19 pandemic, which wiped out parts of Sri Lanka's economy.
Even with the hospital, the general things in the other environment as well, there are a lot of shortages in medicine, and also all are frustrated with the other infrastructure facilities and all. Even I heard that there are so many issues with the meal of the these patients and all, so very difficult to survive. God only knows. God only knows. You can imagine even, because this is not just happened. This is the effect of a long term.
Google has announced that Google Maps will launch a feature showing estimated toll prices of 2,000 roads in India, US, Japan and Indonesia this month. The company will estimate the price based on factors such as toll, bus, order day and time. Google will also show an alternative route in case the user wants to avoid paying the toll. Users will be able to avoid toll roads by tapping on the three-dot menu on the top right and select Avoid Tolls option. The feature will be rolled out on Android and iOS device in April. Google Maps will also be showing traffic lights and stop signs along users' routes, along with enhanced details like building outlines. You were watching English Primetime News. That's all we have in the bulletin for now.
New YY Dynamite Instant Noodles. It's extra spicy. Taste that will blow your